Hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel. In case you guys are new, hello, my name is Kenia Nallely and this is my channel. I'm so glad to have you here, and if you're here it's because you guys want all the scoop on the BTS concert, either because you guys are going to a concert of them or because you guys want info for next time, which I'm really glad I went this time so then I could know what to expect next time I go, because seriously this time I was expecting so much like good stuff and like it went downhill in some parts. There's gonna be good parts and bad parts, but in no shape, way or form am I trying to bash BTS, because I don't think it was BTS fault. I as an army take full responsibility for this, and I think all armies should too, because we could have done better. Like literally we could have done better. And well, this is my experience throughout the whole process of the concert and buying tickets, lines, everything. If you guys want to hear everything, then keep on watching. Okay, to begin the story, I'm gonna tell you like the whole what happened and everything. I'm gonna start when I bought my tickets. Tickets went on sale May 5th for the Fort Worth area. I think for other like Los Angeles and everything was like days before, days after. I'm not so sure. I was just worried about my state. I literally went to my library like around 8 in the morning. It was open, by the way. I never go to the library at that time anyways. I was literally debating if I should go to the library or stay at my house, but my Wi-Fi really sucked, so I was like, you know what, no, I want the best Wi-Fi in the world, so let me go to the library. So I took my computer, and then the library had one computer, and then I had my phone, so I had like 3 things connected, trying to get tickets around 10. I also was writing back to all my pen pals. I know some of my friends, like other friends, had like 5 tablets, 2 computers, 3 phones, because it was like a group of like people. So I mean, also guys, in case you guys want to go to the concerts, try to go to the concert in like a pack of people, so then you're not by yourself, because that's what happened to me. I went by myself, and literally I was super loner to like around midway I found a lot of friends. So yeah, I was at the library and I would try to get tickets. It was already 10 a.m. and the tickets were dropping. I was in line waiting for my phone or the computers to log in, and first my computer logged in and then my phone. So then I was trying to get tickets, and I seriously think it was like God that allowed this, because I seriously think that I wasn't supposed to go to the concert, but I got blessed. Thank God Almighty. I had a chance to get three tickets, and there were 2 P2s and a P3, but I was so stubborn because I wanted P1s standing. I wanted to be super close and feel their sweat, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need those tickets. So and those 3 chances, I was like, no, I don't want those tickets, I don't want those tickets. And then when I had the chance to get P1, my info wasn't going in. I think that the website was crashing with all the people that were trying to log in. So literally I was stuck for like 20 minutes. Like it was like giving me like 5 minutes, and then it was like going around the clock, and then it was like, can't log in, something about the connection network, blah blah, is down. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then it was like, again, restart 5 more minutes, and I was trying to put the info, and then I was like, no. But then later my friends told me, they're like, you should have just reloaded it. But I was afraid of that. I was like, if I reload it, it's gonna like get me out of here, and I don't want to lose the ticket. So I mean, that's what happened. I didn't log out until the 20 minutes passed. Then it locked me out, and they're like, sorry, you were not able to get a ticket. And I was like, shit, like only chance. I was like, fine, whatever. So then I was trying to log in and trying to get more tickets, and at the end of the whole mess, I went home with no tickets. Like literally, I seriously like went home after that. Like I finished renting my pen pals, and I was going home, and I was like Instagramming all my pen pals. I was like, I'm not going to the concert. Oh my gosh, there's actually like a picture I'm gonna post right here of like me like being such a brat that like I'm like, I hate my life, I'm not going to go see BTS. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so childish. Anyways, I was going through the whole process of like, I'm not going to the concert, everybody have fun, go without me, you know. And then I went home, and then one of my friends was like, hey, I think I got a P5. I'm like, oh yes, let me know. And she's like, I'll let you know if my friend is gonna go after or not. But then I was like, I didn't hear from her, but I was like, it's okay. Your friend probably wants to go. So then I went home like around 12, and my mom saw me. She's like, what's wrong with you? You look so devastated. Why are you so sad? And I'm like, I'm not going to the concert, Mom. Like, you know how disappointed I am? Like, and she was like, it's okay. And I was like, no, it's not. Like, you know, I was super depressed. I was like, and then a whole thing which it has nothing to do with this happened at my house. Not at my house, but my brother's friend. Something tragic happened. I went to their house and I was like supporting my brother. I was like, I'm here for you, bro. Don't worry. He's in a good place. He's in a better place. Like, he's with God, like, you know. And we were going, like, as me, my brother, and his girlfriend were like going with him. And we're like, it's okay. Like, don't worry about it. And I totally forgot about like going to the website and buying more tickets. At that moment, I only care about my brother. I was like, I'm here for you. So then we were there for like about till 3, and then we got home, and I was like, he's really sad. And at that time I had saved around like $440. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy a pizza, you know, feed everybody at the house, you know, like treat them to something good, since I couldn't get tickets. I mean, like, those $400 that I can use for clothes, shoes, something, I don't know. So I was like, you know what, I'll just buy that. And then around 4:30, I checked the AX website again. I was just like, let me just try to see, maybe there's some tickets in here. And I got P3s, like, yay! I got P3s, and I was like super excited. I was like, yes, I'm going to the concert, hell yeah. So then that happened, and then I actually requested a week off at work. I was like, I need a week off. I'm going to a concert. You guys can do it without me. They're like, you're a good worker, go ahead. And that was my plan. I was like, the money that I have saved, which for the P3 was like $180, $220 with taxes. I had like $200. I was like, with that, I'm gonna try to buy merch and also buy for my ticket, like one way, I guess, come back and go. And that happened, right? But then my grandma was like, I want to go see your aunts. Do you want to go? And I was like, do you want to wait till September? She's like, I want to go in August. I'm like, but September, that's my concert. Like, and she was like, how about we go and live there? Like, not just go and visit. And I was like, dead. And I was like, sure. So then it's been a month since I've been here. And well, now I'm here, and it was better because I didn't have to spend a lot of money. And then the day of the concert came. To begin with, we had a group chat on Facebook, which was BTS Dallas Fort Worth friends, and then another was like BTS Fort Worth tour, something like that, you know. And literally on our group chat, there was about, if you combine both of them, it was about like 3,000 people. And we told each other, do not overnight camp. It is not allowed. The Powerhouse or the AX or in the Fort Worth page says no overnight camping. We will get fined $500 for that. Let's not do that. Come to Wednesday, I don't know what day it was. I think it was the 12th. The 12th. They did report on the news, and they were like talking to these 3 girls. They were like, hey, what are you guys so excited about? We heard there's a band coming. And they're like, yeah, they're super cool. Like, they were just like, I don't know, to me and everybody else decided, everybody was like, they seemed too cocky, like, And then they're like, oh, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, we're overnight camping. We just said not overnight camp. But the thing is, they were from out of state. So they were like from Mississippi, Missouri, I think, or in Louisiana. And they were like overnight camping. We're like, we're gonna get in so much trouble. And we were all thinking, like, if they start overnight camping, then everybody thinks it's gonna be okay. And then everybody's gonna go overnight camp, and everything's gonna go to shit. And that's exactly what happened. After seeing those 3 girls, everybody on Wednesday and Thursday, everybody was saying they're camping overnight. They're having camping tents. Everybody is over here, like, you know, making like weird lines, which we didn't know what line they were gonna honor, which was like the official line or the night of the people night camping, because they said no overnight camping or you will get fined. So that happened Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday I went to go Friday was my birthday, and I went to go see like what was going on around the concert, and literally it was super bad. Like, it started to rain and people were like sitting on their chairs real comfortable when it started to rain, and they were like taking shelter, and I was like, that's the whole reason why they told us not to overnight camp, because it was gonna rain the whole week, like the whole week literally. So I was like, you know, girl, you shouldn't have been here. Like, you know, we should have been home resting. But I understand you want to like be in the front because you're standing, you're GA, of course. So then that happened, and then on Saturday in the morning, I went around 5:30 in the morning, and there was a whole like big super line. Like, it was already like a big line, and I'm actually gonna put some clips here. I'm not gonna put all the clips, I'm just gonna put some of them just to like kind of tell you what's going on. At around 7, like the line was already getting big, so then I was like, is this a line for merch, or like what is, are they like together? And there were some really nice guys in front of us, and then I was like, is this the line for merch? She's like, oh no, this is the line for GA standing. And I'm like, I've been standing in this line for the longest time thinking it was merch, and it's not even merch. So I had to walk around to the merch line, and this is the merch line. I'm gonna put the picture here or the video here. And we actually, the people that went walking with me actually have friends there, so then they let us like stand with them, because we told them what had happened, like, oh no, it's okay. Everybody was super nice about that. And then the line started getting longer and longer and longer, so I was lucky enough to like enter kind of like sort of early. And they had like a big zigzag like kind of snake for merch, but it was like from shirts to like the little pickets and like the photo cards, and not like the tapes and everything was like that. And then they had an express line only for people trying to buy the army bomb, which that's what I wanted. I was like, I'm limited in money right now. I spend all my money, so I was like, I'm limited on money. What I really want is my army bomb. Like, for the shirt, everything I could wait later or whatever, you know. So I got my army bomb, and then I had a ticket for the BTS studio, which also went to crap. Because people were fighting, parents were fighting, arguing, saying that Powerhouse had said no QR code, is still fine, you know, whatever. But the girl in the entrance where you went, like in the zigzag, also, she was like, no QR code, no picture. And the lady's like, yeah, but Powerhouse like, yeah, ma'am, but no QR code, no picture, like that's it. So I was like, I busted my number. She's like, go in. So they let me go in, and then the guy scanned it, and he's like, Kenia? And I'm like, yeah, that's my name. He's like, okay, go to the studio 3 or like the booth 3. And then I went and I took my picture. But a lot of people were like, I'm in the merch line, is it like together with the studio line or what's going on? And since I already had taken my picture and I was already on my way home, like I literally left. I just took a picture and I left. I was like, merch line and the line for the photo booth is merged together. And then once you reach to the front, a girl's gonna go outside and ask you, do you have a QR code? And if you do, she's gonna take you inside and take you to the photo booth. And then once you're done, she's probably gonna take you out, so then you can be out of the line. And you know, if that's the only reason, or like if you're merch, just let her know you're on merch. But a lot of people were trying to cut because they only wanted the photo booth. But then I was like, but yeah, and then you might change your mind saying you want to buy merch, and it's gonna make a whole chaos. So, you know, just make sure that the girl is there and talk to her and let her know what's going on. So yeah, that happened. And then I started seeing my Snapchat. There was fights. People were trying to cut lines. And again, like I said, because of the overnight camping and the official line, they had numbers like for, I think for standing and for the pre, oh my god, what was it called? Like for sound check. So people had like, let's say they had like a little wristband and it said 300, and then on the hand it had like 140. So it was like, okay, for sound check you're 340, but for the line you're like 142. People had to get like in line according to their number, I guess you can say. And people were trying to cut, and they were like, hey, you're cutting? Like, yeah, but I have the number, like I'm before you, like, you know. And people were like arguing, and it was like bad. And then this happened after I the whole concert, like, you know, when going on. This one of my friends, I added her because we were in the merch line together. I added her, and she told me that this girl literally got scammed $800, like $800 for a ticket. The person went to the concert, and she told her, like, I have the concert tickets, like, you know, send me the money, blah blah. And then the girl met her. She's like, well, I don't have your ticket, so I don't know how you're going. So she kept the $800, and the girl was like without a ticket, and she was like pissed. She was gonna like throw her hands, like she was gonna fight her, and she says that she's gonna probably sue her. So I'm pretty happy about that, because you cannot do that. Like, there's consequences. So wait for court, girl. I mean, that's bad. So yeah, when I went there, the fights, people literally were saying it was like Tanakan 2.0, because people were fighting, cussing at each other. Parents were like not having it. They were worried about their kids. It was like bad, but it was outside. Like, it was us armies not like behaving, and we told each other like no dumping, throwing trash, nothing. But I mean, it was kind of sort of good. But then at the end, it was like few little things they were dumping, trying to like get to the lines, and people were like dropping their tents and leaving them there, and then just going inside. I'm like, dude, your tent, like your chair, your pillow, you know, come on. So that happened, and then I went home and I rested for a while, and I got ready, and then around 4:30 I went back to the venue to get in line for the for entering, you know. And they only had one line, which was the most important one, which was GA for standing, I believe. And they were in line literally waiting, and then I was like, oh, is this a line for like everybody? Like, oh no, everybody just like scattered around because they don't really care. So then I walked, and it was like super cute stuff. I'm gonna show you here. People were dancing to their music. There were a lot of people that make pins or like make shirts, were trying to sell or like give away stuff, and I got a really pretty pin. It was a Jungkook pin. Thank you to Empire Stop Pins. Her name is Nallely. Thank you so much for the pin. I really, really love this Jungkook pin. They were giving away stuff. They were doing covers of the music, and then the camera of BTS was like in the front, and they were recording, and everybody ran over there, and they were like, "Woo, BTS, BTS, Kim Namjoon, Kim Seojin, Yeonso, Park Jinping, Kim Taehyung, Jungkook, BTS." Woo! Everybody was screaming their names and, you know, everything, and then it rained. Bad. So people were trying to take shelter at the very, very back of the thing, and the people that were in GA took shelter on that side, and they were there, right? So then the people that didn't take shelter, which had umbrellas and stuff, they stayed on where the line was at, and they raised up their hands to show like we're GA too. And then the people over here on the other side were like, no, you're cutting, no, we're first, we were here first. And I was like, they literally just moved from there where you guys were. They were in front of you. Like, what do you mean? And they were like, the rain was going on, they were like, let us in. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like, and they were like arguing against each other, and then the rain stopped, and then people were like trying to go back. But then the people from the security guards made an announcement, and they were like, we need 2 separate lines. We need GA over here, and we need reserved seats on that side. So then we went that side, and they're like, we're about to let in reserved. And then everybody in GA was like, what the wait, man, we're here first. We're standing. And like, he screamed at them. He's like, yeah, but you're GA, you have your numbers. There's no point for you guys to like be fighting about this. And like, it was chaos, and we were like singing their songs, waiting for us to get in line. And then once we got inside, we just waited for them to like come into the stage, which they came out on stage like around 8:15, which was supposed to be 8, but it was 8:15. But it's okay, that doesn't matter. And we were waiting. They were selling food, drinks, beer. They were selling a lot of stuff. and then the concert began. And well, here's the footage. I think this is it for the video. It just literally awesome footage of them singing. Like I said, it's gonna be a part 2, which is not gonna be all of the videos together. It's gonna be some bits and pieces of the videos that I took. So yeah, I enjoyed the concert.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm Wanda. Hey Texas. Nice to meet you guys. I'm Jimmy. Everybody make some noise! I'm your home. You're my home. I'm Jay.